Morning, afternoon. What is going on? What's going on? It's been a slow morning. Can't have bangers every day. Would be nice. Would be nice. But let's see what we have going on. So let's start with gold. Okay, so gold is currently bearish on the daily time frame. We did break yesterday's high, so it actually gapped up last night. Gapped up, pushed up to 33.92, and then has been falling since. 4 hour is obviously bearish, same as the daily. We have the next 4 hour key level. If we're looking at a previous level, we've got 33.50, and then below that we've got a strong resistance at 33.22, and then we have the most recent support at 32.90. I don't think gold is bearish enough to come all the way back down to 32.90, and it's like this current 4 hour candle, the one that we're in now, has been just ranging really since it opened. So I'm looking at lower time frame key levels now, and I do have a strong support at 33.55. As you can see, you know, we had a strong push up from there yesterday, and we've just been bouncing off this price. So if we can finally break, then we do have like 80 pips to the next support, but then below that we've got a nice clean range if we can finally break. But it's been struggling. So if we do get a strong support formed off here and we start breaking highs, because the candles have been trending down, so if we can get a strong support and a retracement, we do have a clean range on a 1 hour above 33.65 all the way up to 33.90. That's on a 1 hour. So that's gold. We're gonna wait for a closure below. Yeehaw, hello. So we'll see what happens with gold. Oh, we do have Jolts later at 3 o'clock, so 2.5 hours from now. Alright, so GJ. Now GJ was bearish on the daily time frame. Well, it is bearish on the daily time frame. We broke yesterday's low, and we did tap into this daily support from last week. 192, like the 60 area, pushed down, and then we immediately pulled back up. So current 4 hour is bullish. It did take a while to come down here. We actually just broke below and just drove down. But this 4 hour hasn't broken a high or broken a low, so we don't have much of a direction here. Like the daily time frame suggests we're bearish, but this push up from the daily support, yes, so daily supports are pretty strong levels. So I would need to see GJ close below to continue down for the sells, or if we're going to continue up, I need to see this downtrend structure broken on the lower time frames, which haven't yet. We have been slowly forming an uptrend, but until we break, you know, like a key level, a lower high and a resistance, I think GJ still continues bearish. Yeah, look, we just looks like we just had a retest of the daily flip, and we're going to continue down. So yeah, some interesting price action today. Okay. Now GJ does look better for sells, I think. The daily's bearish. This is a nice rejection candle off the daily flip. Potential break and retest right here. If we get a support formed, resistance formed here, I think we could sell down some more. But to be honest, I think I'd rather wait for a closure below this support. And then we have a cleaner range down. It's only 10 pips away. It's not bad. Gold broke the 1 hour high. Okay, gold. Rosie, what's up? You alright? Good afternoon, good afternoon. Good afternoon. It's a pretty nice sell-off that gold had today. It's about 500 pips. Wait, I'm miscalculating that. Okay, 350 pips. But it's a decent pullback. When I was looking at this level, this resistance level, I believe there was one to the left. Where did I see it? $33.90. I thought I had a level over here. Yeah, I guess not. How's everyone's morning been? How's everyone's morning been for trades today? It's been quiet for me, I'm not gonna lie. It's been quiet. I did look at I was thinking pound yen buys after it retested this daily support, but it just didn't really set up for me. I wasn't looking for anything like a big push, maybe like 20-30 pips. But this support, right, this resistance here, had this clean range up, so I thought, okay, we got nice support here. I wanted to clear this, and then we just didn't break the high straight away, so I just kind of left it. How about yesterday though? So obviously You guys know how bullish I was on gold yesterday. I was looking for, this was my target for yesterday, 33.82, which as you can see it hit right at the end of the day. So I actually got into some buys. Where was it? I got into some buys kind of late. It was after the news. So on, let me show you on here. So over on IC markets, it gapped up. It gapped up and then closed with a continuation pattern. So I got into some buys as soon as this candle here opened. And then I just held it to the end of the day. So up until it was like 33.82. It wasn't anything crazy. But this was my end of the day trades yesterday. It was my end of the day trades. And I just held it until, because I was looking for that target. Once it pushed up here, I just needed a good entry. I had to wait for the news, obviously. And I just waited to the next candle and then just, yeah, caught another. I think it was just under 90 pips or so. Like around 90 pips. But yeah, man, this trade, this would have been the trade that we took. And obviously this pullback. After this pullback, we closed back below the resistance, the 4 hours. Is that about how the 4 hour candle closed? It closed below the 4 hour resistance. So, you know, there was a bit of a probability that price was going to pull back further, but I didn't really want to be in a lot of drawdown. So the entry was 33.60, wasn't it, around here? And then my stop loss was below the resistance. My stop was about 70 odd pips. So I would have been stopped out anyway, but I ended up closing about 40 pips rather than the 70 and change. And then look, we created a support, higher low, 230 candle just shot up. And yeah, got the late buys at the end of the day, because I was definitely looking for some buys on gold. Caswell, what's happening? What's happening? What's going on? So yeah, I wouldn't have taken an entry here after this long candle. But yeah, yesterday was a bit crazy on golds. GJ, I'm gonna wait on GJ. I don't really, this price action isn't very clean on pound yen. But if this daily candle, yeah, that's what I'm not really, I don't have a great bias for pound yen just because we're pushing up from this daily support. And I'm thinking if this daily candle flips bullish and we're gonna have a higher low, and maybe a support form to then continue up. Yeah, I'm not really. I would need a confirmation that this downtrend structure is broken like this, because it's a very nice downtrend structure. Now we've got a break and retest. You know, we're retesting, we close below. If we close back in the range, volume would have to really push GJ all the way up through all of these resistances to the left. Yeah, just not feeling GJ. Not feeling it. But if I did want to take sells, it would be below this support. It would have to be below this support for me. It's that like 33 pips down. Not even much of a big range, especially since we don't know how far this candle could break below here, could close below. But if GJ respects his previous high and closes bearish, I think we'll get more. We'll get the sells. The sells are more likely. Still got 15 minutes for this candle, so see how this candle closes for us. A GJ clean sell. What time frame you got these clean sells, brother? Your wagwan man with the UK accent. Had it all my life, all my life. Yeah, I want to see how this candle closes. The 1 hour candle closes. Yeah, if we get another resistance here, a nice bearish candle, then I think we can push back down. 4 hour time frame. I think the sells look even worse on the 4 hour candle, if I'm being honest with you. But if this 4 hour candle does push down and we get a closure below the support, then the 4 hour candle will either be flipping bearish or it'll be a weak bullish candle, and then the sells look even better, especially for the new 4 hour candle. And we'll have that continuation pattern. My only concern is this daily support right here. So my only concern is this daily support. But if we can break it, since we've already broken the daily low, you know, we can get another wick down like this, then I need to see what happens at this 4 hour level. So yeah, GJ's a waiting game. So first I'm gonna see how these candles close, and then we'll look at the new hour candle. See what gold's saying. If you get nice support formed on gold, we bounced off the, I believe that's change of character. Is that what that is? CHOCH at 193.5. I'll be honest with you, I don't know what any of that means. I like to keep it a bit simple, you know? Is it this here? Change, yeah, I thought so. Is that Mr. ICT? we broke and closed above there, it would have turned bullish. 5 years in, jargon comes. Yeah, ICT's been around for a minute. I hear all the phrases, I just have no idea what it means. To me, it looks like algebra. Too technical for me. Same, Benny. I like how gold's pushing up though. You trade gold too, Matthew? Or just pound yen? Jolts. We got Jolts today at 3 p.m. I want to see what happened last month. Okay, Jolts was April 29th and it missed. Let's check it out. So it was bullish for gold. We had a little push down, then push back up. But the whole day was ranging and continued to range, so it didn't really affect price action. So I guess we don't have anything to worry with Jolts today, which is all good. Still waiting for a closure above on gold though, 50 pips away. 193.40, 193.60 would be my stop losses on this GJ swing. Okay, so up here you'd have a big, where would you get in, and what would your target be on GJ? I like hearing about other people's styles. Lower time frame GJ head and shoulders. Yeah, I don't really see a head and shoulders. But yeah, if GJ closes bearish here, yeah, the sells do look good because we've had that break and retest right here. We're respecting this level. Nice rejection. Okay, 192.5, not bad, not bad. It's a nice little swing. So I target 4-hour supports and resistances. So if I did get into a sell, first I'll be looking at 192.7 and then 192 flat all the way down. I wouldn't even call it a swing, but if I have to hold it, I'll hold it. Liquidity at 190.62. Yeah, I've got a little daily support down here, down in the 190s, but this is very ambitious. Down here is very ambitious. I don't know if GJ can do that today, but that's definitely a weekly target. Okay, this 1 hour candle's closing very nice. Haswell, what are you saying? Do you know what? The sells look much better on the 1 hour time frame. Much better on the 1 hour time frame. It is just this support here. You took the sells, the impulse, right? I thought so. Rosie likes the sells here. I kind of do like the sells. Not gonna lie to you. There's a lot of bearish confirmations. Even if it's just down to this daily support. And then I'll need to see what happens here. Alright, I'm gonna wait for this candle to close. Got a 1 hour support here. Hopefully the minor support on 30 minutes won't hold. Yes. I think with volume we should drop. We should push past this support. But this is not going to be a massive stop loss anyway, so you know, potentially could just be a 12 pip stop loss, which is not bad. It's not bad at all. Oh, we need this bearish closure on GJ. Seconds. I don't think we're going to get that bearish closure. But the good thing is we're still holding at this level below 193.22. 1 hour close indecision with doji. Now if you own a group, oh nice, what's the group called? If this candle breaks below here, then I like the sells. But right now as it stands, you know, we've only broken a previous high. Little faith broker. Oh, nice. What's T and I? Do you know what? I've got people that have trading groups or that are in signal groups, and to me the signals are just a bit, they're not vague, but I guess signals are for people that don't really, either don't have time to be looking at the charts, or you don't really want to learn, you just want to take the trades and get the wins, which is obviously fine. But the signals I used to see were like entry between this level and this level, stop loss here, TP here. So it wasn't like a specific entry, it was just sort of getting anywhere here. But yeah, obviously I learned old school. I've been in a signals group before though. I have been in a signals group, but yeah, it's not for me. And that was with someone I knew traded exactly like me. So when I didn't have time to look at the charts, I'd see the setup, get the signal, and then I could take my entry. Yes, given a range makes it easier to risk manage. Yeah, I've just never got that. All right, so obviously it's easier to manage, yeah, but that's if you know what you're doing. If people that have no idea what they're doing and they're given a range, they literally don't know how to manage that. They didn't know how to manage that. And that's what I found with people that were in those groups. You know, they're using SLs, not knowing that it actually means stop loss. Just SLs. But to each their own. I know them commissions are nice. Alright, so it's gold just making a bottom wick to then flip up and push. It's a strong 1 hour candle closure, but we still respecting this downtrend structure on golds. Yeah, gold was just, looks like gold was just creating structure. We're actually going to break below this support now and drive down. It's been struggling. See if we can finally 4 hour. But if we break this 1 hour low, I think gold will drive down some more. I think we get a little push. And we have all of these wicks to the left. Here's the 1 hour low. 53.5. I'm gonna keep an eye on that. Did you mean a 1 hour impulse on gold or GJ, Benny? You said gold or GJ? Both. Looks like the gold one's running now. Oh yeah, looks like gold is running nicely. Ooh, look at that, 60 pip stop loss. Oh man, yeah, this gold one looks nice. Yeah, it would have been about a 1-to-1, right? Maybe not even a 1-to-1. So 65. Yeah, just about a 1-to-1. Yeah, I don't really like it. Only because of the it's less than 1-to-1 risk reward. So I probably wouldn't have taken it. But with volume, you know, gold could keep driving down. You know, finally broke this support. Finally, so if we can stay below. Alright, GJ, is this just making a top wick, or are we actually continuing to push up? Because these 1 hour candles are trending bullish. My concern with this gold push down, if it doesn't continue, we could potentially be respecting all these wicks to the left. You know, we're just getting another rejection down here. So yeah, if I'm going to get into sales, I need that closure below. I need that closure below. That's my confirmation for these sells. Right, little 30 pip pullback on gold. So what was that? 33.50 was this previous 4 hour level, wasn't it? Yep. But we did break this 4 hour candle low, which is kind of a gives gold a higher probability of continuing down, you know, breaking 4 hour lows for the sells. GJ sells aren't looking too hot right now, especially with the 30-minute break in the previous 30-minute high. Gold's continuing down though. Alright, so now we wait. Now we wait. GJ, you know what, let me zoom out. I still like the GJ sells, you know, because it's just a bunch of break and retests. You know, we're closing below here. Yeah, if this 1 hour candle, based on the 1 hour candle, I still like the sells. Lower time frame, I mean, even the uptrend, this push up is getting weaker. You know, the candle's getting smaller right here, so you know, sells do look better, but I would have to wait for this 1 hour candle. See if we can respect this previous 1 hour high, break the low, and this 4 hour candle flip, or at least drive down. Weak closure. Gold going back down. GJ's not looking too hot. Maybe retest the daily flip again. Slap back down. GJ. Oh, gold's going down. So this candle close in the next 10 minutes. Could potentially. I kind of want it to close below this support though, to be fair. We've got 2 levels here. We have such a beautiful clean range all the way down. Beautiful clean range all the way down. Ooh, DJ very close to breaking that 1 hour high. Very close. Yeah, once it breaks this 4 hour high, this 1 hour high, my sells are definitely off the table. And look at this 4 hour candle. Yeah, I'm definitely going to leave pound yen, wait for some better structure. Right now, this is not looking great. I'm not going to force nothing. Ooh, Goldie. Closure below, you're going to give it to us? We're even going to get a closure below, or this support will hold. But I'll put resistance here. Say support. What price is a break of this high? 193.32. Alright, so it looks like GJ's broken that 1 hour high. So sells for me are off the table for now. Dailies flip bullish. Now if we get a closure above 193.36, we could be getting some buys up. Although, nah, GJ's not clean, man. Because we still have, right, look, 1 hour is still a downtrend. Although a closure above here would be like a break of structure, because it'd be closing above the last lower high. It's tricky. Yes, Rosie, it is very tricky. It's very tricky. Very tricky. Do, do, do. It'll need to be a 1 hour closure on GJ for this one here, so nothing just yet. Wait, what's the 30 minute? 30 minute is up here, so let's do that. There's quite a tight downtrend structure on the 30 minute, but like I said, with volume, if we do get the closure above, we should push. Look at gold. So gold's respected these wicks to the left, looks like it. How far back up into this range is gold gonna push? Where's the Asian range? Let's look. Okay, we've still been chilling below the Asian range. It's been holding. That's why I don't like impulse entries, man. It's a very you don't have that confirmation of a candle closing with an impulse entry. That's always been my thing with those type of, with that type of entry, that setup. I'm actually not going to touch GJ. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to touch pound yen. There's too much variables in this. These resistances. Nah. I'll wait. So Jolts at 3. Jolts at 3. I wonder if Jolts affected pound yen last Jolts. Let's see. See if we had a little, we had some volatility. $29. Hey Sharon, what's up, girl? Okay, we had a little bit of a push up and then a drop back down, so nothing crazy. Sharon, what's going on? What are you looking for today, Sharon? Some gold buys, gold sells, GJ buys, GJ sells. Alright, let's see how gold closes. Now, if we close below here, there is a possibility that we could continue down, fill this wick, break the low and keep pushing. But if we close above, then obviously we have a super strong level here. And, you know, price is failing to sell down. You're holding buys on GJ. Okay, okay. Okay. Do you get in off the daily support? Okay, so gold closed below. So I think we might get a top wick, and then maybe fill this wick. Or if we close back above, then I think gold is going up. But we need to break this downtrend structure for gold buys, and we failed to do that. But GJ is looking good to push up. There we go, gold top wick. GJ does look like it wants to keep pushing, but yeah, I'm gonna leave GJ. Is there no bottom wick on that? Gold looks like it wants to sell, but it's just taking its time about it. Gold is yeah, I think we've had this closure below, so I do believe gold will continue down. It's just struggling because all these rejection wicks to the left. We've got another support quite close, but I think gold is going to continue down, to be honest, more so with this closure. Even though it wasn't a strong closure, I don't think it's nothing for gold to fill this wick. Plus the 4 hour broke the previous 4 hour low, which is It's a very bearish signal, bearish confirmation. So it's taking its time, but I think it's going down. I do got this clean range. Oh, it's clean range down too. I would prefer gold sells below 33.47. Just clear this area here, and then we just get a nice sell-off. But I don't think the sell-off is forever. It's just, you know, one day. I can see the gold sells. We say yes, gold sells today. Retrace the push up. That's kind of what I'm thinking. That's kind of where I'm leaning more towards. Just because, you know, the downstream structure is really good. You had this nice drive down after this, or this resistance here was a nice push down. So I think it continues. I think it's going to be a slow drop. Gbpjpy, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. What's good, what's good? Leaning towards gold sells. Leaning towards some gold sells. If we can, if this candle didn't have such a long bottom wick, I would have liked the gold sells with this closure. But it's really been playing in this area with all these wicks to the left. But if we get a wick fill and a closure below 33.47, we got a clean range all the way down. Clean range all the way down. GJ's pushing. He said, where's the signal guy? Who's the signal guy? Okay, so you're thinking maybe a push up from here, Ash? Yeah, I need my confirmation. So well, once I get my confirmations, I know where I'm going. Right now, I don't know where I'm going. I'll be honest with you. And that last sell to start the hour. Yes. Yeah, I'm waiting for confirmations, man. Nothing. It's not very clear right now. Nothing's very clear right now. And we have news in an hour and a half. there's a lot of variables right now. A lot of variables. One thing, I know we've been staying below this Asian low. Now we've come back, retested it, came back down, but we're not driving down. Yeah, yesterday was super strong candle. Yesterday was such a nice push up, man. Such a nice push up. I caught the tail end of it as well. Caught the end of that. I was very happy with yesterday's session. There was a lot of pips given out yesterday. A lot of pips. That. Wait, I want to take that off and put that on. But another thing why I'm thinking gold sells as well is the DXY is very bullish right now. Like DXY has been pushing up quite a lot. It seems like they're correlated again. No random news drops today. No news drops. But I think what's made gold drop is something's happened with like kind of tariff stuff. But nothing brand new. Just talking about, I think China said, well, they're talking about coming to agreements. So I think that's made gold bearish from last night. If it closes above that resistance, I'm going in for buys. Or what, for on gold? Oh man, this is a very strong support level down here. Very strong support on gold. It is a strong support, but at the same time, you've got barely a closure below. It's just, yeah, I'm waiting for gold, man. I'm not rushing into anything. I need it to be super clean. Another thing is, I like to trade through clean ranges. So yes, volume can push past noise to the left, but price does move easier through a clean range. So if I was looking for an easier trade, ideally I'd be aiming for the clean range, which is down here or above 33.65. 33.65 will be the next level. If I get a closure above there, it's more clean on the 1 hour. That's where the cleanest range is, on the 1 hour time frame. But look at that push up. I want the gold 4 hour candle to close green. Okay. Another reason I was looking for sells is because the 4 hour candle broke the previous low, but it didn't drive down. It didn't drive down. It kind of retested this previous resistance level. I'm not a fan of this price action right now. I'm not a fan. We need to break prior 4 hour H4 highs to confirm, to help confirm buyers. Facts. Alright, we got 18 minutes. 18 minutes. The 4 hour gold support is holding. You said the 4-hour support is holding. Which 4-hour support? You talking about this one to the left? This one here. 33.50. Let's just see if gold can close back in Asian range. That's the first start. GJ still pushing up with no bottom wick. Cool. But yeah, closure above 33.65, and we're very close to breaking the previous 4-hour highs. And we'll have a support formed on the 4-hour. Then we've got some buy confirmations for gold. 33.59.08. Oh, over here. You're talking about this level here. Got you. Okay, Caswell, I see it. I see the vision. I definitely missed that first one. Definitely missed this first level. Got you. Let's see. Just check the DXY real quick. Look, DXY has just been pushing up all day. Straight up, gap down, no bottom wick. Wait, why'd I close that? Let's go back to GJ. At GJ. Yeah, pound yen pushing up from a higher time frame key level is such a good confirmation. Such a good confirmation. Alright, so we're approaching the first resistance on gold. See, we've got a new 15-minute candle opening. When you've got the lower time frame structure like this and it's very messy, that's when you need to be looking at the higher time frames. You have to be looking at the higher time frames. Man, look, 1 hour candle broke the high and the low, pretty much the same as the last candle. This is a very tricky price action. Very tricky price action today. So guys, be careful out here. Be careful in these streets. Gold's taking no prisoners. Oh, my eyes. Ooh. It is nasty price action. It is. You got price action like this, you got to go back to the basics. Look at this structure. Wait for candles to close. You know what I'm saying? Know what your confirmations are. Have some solid confirmations. You know what I mean? Yo, Ash, did you catch some of the gold buys up yesterday? Did you catch some of this? Did you get any of this push up? We had a little rejection here, little pullback, and then just all the way up. All the way up. Man, I wish I caught it from down here. This was beautiful, man. This was a really good push. 260 pips. Super nice. Super nice. I know you said the 5-minute candle was massive. Look at that. 70 is just crazy pushes. Got a little piece. Nice. I know you got some. And it continued as well. It continued up when Asian session opened. Just a little gap up. And then just came tumbling right back down. Barely outside because I noticed the head and shoulder pattern as we were at the neckline. When I woke up, was almost over. Man, the head and shoulder pattern too, that inverse head and shoulders pattern. Listen, right here, guys, that I mentioned, this also paid out beautiful. Neckline right here, the head here, and it ended about, it was pretty much here, like 33, 74 to 76, like this area. Yesterday was so clean. It was so clean. Even though it took a little loss here and it had this pullback, once this support formed and, you know, we continue pushing up, gold is nice. Gold is super nice. Super nice. GJ still pushing. Then I took some pullback sells and got slapped by the 100 pip. Oh no, no, no. Oh no. No. Man, I was so, I'm not gonna lie, I was married to gold buys yesterday. After that push up this in the morning, I was like, this thing is not stopping. It's not stopping. Oh shit, that was a candle that slapped my trade. Damn. Yeah, that thing was not stopping. So you said you got a little 1 hour fib on Goldie. Lesson yesterday, lose with class. took the loss and hung it up for the day. Facts, 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 facts. Big facts. For real. Sherlock is in the chat. Yes, sir. Sherlock caught what? Your trade yesterday was 140, 150 pips, maybe more. On the trade that she caught. It's a nice little trade. Nice little trade. She caught a little banger. All right, 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. Alright, so gold 4-hour candle closing in 5 minutes. This 1 hour close, 1 hour candle's not looking great. Let's see what this 4 hours, another weak 4 hour candle body. We'll see what happens in the next 5 minutes. Would be nice if it created a support and then we continued up. 1 hour. One hour candle broke the high and low. 194.2. Oh, that's your TP. 194.2. Okay. Cool. Good luck on this trade. Good luck. Good luck on that one. Good luck. I hope it goes well for you, because this was a nice push up on GJ right here. Alright, let's see what gold does now. There we go. Alright, gold, are we pushing up from here, or what are we doing? Now for me, what I'm not feeling about gold, oh my phone's dying, is this, I would like for it to at least break structure if it's going to continue up, but the fact that it's holding these like lower highs is a bit annoying. Like it's not actually breaking this downtrend structure. I mean, yeah, it's not breaking a downtrend structure, but I do think when volume kicks in, it's gonna push. Maybe that will come with news at 3 with Jolts, but I don't think Jolts is going to be super high impact. No news recently has been high impact apart from tariffs. I don't even think CPI or NFP has really been high impact either. It's been garbage. Let's charge this phone. You said gold struggling at the Asian low, can barely break into the Asian range. Facts. And look, it's been happening for hours now. Look, we got a closure below. We came back up in the Asian range, closed below. We just hovered above here. So it's not been, we haven't really pushed back up into this range. We haven't stayed back up in this range. Four-hour candle. Doesn't want to close bullish. You know, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be back. Right, and it can't break pre H4 high. Another week H4 candle. Man, listen, I'll be back in 2 seconds. All right, where we at? Massive closure above on GJ. Right, so how did we close? We closed weak bearish on the 4-hour. New 4-hour candle opening. We closed with a doji on the 1-hour. And we didn't break this last lower high. 1-hour candle broke the high and low. Okay. Looks like we might be getting a push up. We are respecting this support here though. So that's like one bullish confirmation. This has been a really strong support right here. Yeah, man, this is not wonderful. GJ still respecting this downtrend structure as well. Yeah, I think it's going to be a late move today, but yeah, if I'm looking for anything, it's going to be a closure above this resistance. I'm gonna chill for a little bit. I'm gonna give it another half an hour. I just realized I was supposed to start at 12. I scheduled it for 12 and it started at 12:30. Habit. So I'll give it another half an hour. Why not? Why not? Not sure if I'm going to stay on for Jolts for another hour. I do want to see if we can catch something now though. If we do break this previous 4-hour high, that is a nice buy signal or buy confirmation. It would be, because none of these previous 4-hour candles have broken the previous highs. We've just broken lows. Where's the high? 63.25. That's literally this last candle. All right, Goldie, are you pushing? No. This is just gonna be a waiting game today. Is there other news today? I heard there's a lot of Fed speakers today. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Or did I make that up? I think I read that this morning. 3rd of June. I want us to respect the H4 low and break the highs to help signal bull movement. We need to get in that Asian range. If we struggle around the perimeter of it too long, gold will use it as a strong resistance. Facts. Facts. And I mean, we haven't really closed above. We haven't really closed back in this Asian range. We've literally like just been holding right here. So I'll tell you what, my buy confirmations obviously would be the 4-hour candle breaking a previous 4-hour candle high, because then the candle would be starting to trend up. That's one. The second one would be the fact that we've been holding at this support around 33.55 for hours. And then I would need a closure above 33.65. That would be like my last one for me to really get into buys, because then I believe we're going to break both 4-hour highs and continue up, and we'll also be creating a higher low in this uptrend structure right here. Also, the fact that we've respected this previous 4-hour resistance, and we kind of tapped into this 4 hour resistance here. So kind of like a break and retest of these levels and then push up. The only thing with these previous resistances is they're not the most recent ones, but regardless. Now for sells, we need to respect this 4 hour high, and you know the previous 4 hour candles have broken the previous lows. So there's a lot of conflicting stuff here. But you know, waiting for them confirmations. We need solid confirmations to do anything. Solid confirmations. And I think if I do get into anything, I'm looking for at least a closure below 33.57. So that's what I think it's going to be. If I do take a move, it's going to be a bit later for the sells, because I need price to drop like 150 pips. But for buys, I only need a closure above 33.65. And that's it. So yeah, those are my thoughts for each bias. Now we just wait. Also, we're not really breaking this downtrend structure. I need at least this downtrend structure to be broken. You know, 1 hour candle closing above 33.61. What day is it? Tuesday. To make some notes real quick. Gold is comfortable back here in the 3300s. Super comfortable. Super duper comfortable. Where is... No, let me not do that. See the price, but an Asian high, so now we got a little bearish continuation on the 15, but you know I don't really like it as a valid setup on the 15-minute time frame. GJ buyers are buying. The 4-hour candle close like, oh my god. GJ buyers look real good right now. Look at that 4-hour candle. What a beauty. Well done, Sharon. Sharon came in with the signal again. Yeah, GJ definitely looking good. Oh shit. But pound yen's got my focus. What's gold waiting for? Do you reckon gold's waiting for NY open? NYSE open? I reckon it's waiting for NYSE open. I reckon it's waiting. this price action is. But you know what it means? The longer the consolidation, the bigger the breakout. So it's all good. We need a big breakout from this area. We need a big push out of this area. A real big push out of this area. And once we break out, I hope price doesn't come back. Honestly. Let's see what dollar index is doing. Okay, so we're getting a little drop on DXY, which is probably why we're getting that gold push up. But it doesn't really look like it's having a massive retracement though. What a little range. So do you think the 4-hour retracement is about to end for a bullish continuation? Yeah, gold is stuck in a range. It will break out during the news. It needs to break out at some point. Shoot. I mean, did we break the high? It's a very weak push up so far, so yeah, I'm kind of I am leaning more towards sells. I am. It's just because I want gold to push through this clean range, but I mean, I'm bullish on gold overall, but I am wondering how far gold could pull back. I'm really in two minds. I need them confirmations. But we are struggling to push up. We're struggling to stay in this Asian range. GJ's pushing up. And normally when GJ goes up, gold comes down. He said GJ looks interesting, but the left side is not clean. The left side is horrible. GJ looks terrible. Yeah. If I did get into pound yen buys, where would it be? That's the thing, because I don't have a clear entry. I don't like it. I'm not gonna force it. But I did say earlier, with volume, we should get a push. With volume, if we get a closure above, I think I said down here. I don't even remember. But that's the only thing that will push price through choppy levels, is volume. And where could the volume come from today? 3 o'clock news. Alright, 5 minutes so this 30-minute candle closes. Now this could be the first 30-minute candle that closes properly back in the Asian range. Alright, if we close above this previous 1 hour lower high, then we could be breaking this downtrend structure and continuing up, but that's on a 1 hour. So we need it to close above 61.24. But that's on a 1 hour time frame. Alright, we've got 5 minutes left, 4 minutes left, 4 minutes left. Said GJ entries were a lot lower. The best entries would have been way lower, to be fair. It's true. Like the best entry on pound yen would be once this support formed here. This is it. So the confirmation would have been price respecting, tapping the daily support, and then the support formed on the low time frame, and then an entry up. This would have been the buy right here. So it would have been, this would have been the entry right here, stop loss below, because if it came back down, the trade would have been invalid, and then most likely all the way up to 4 hour resistance. So literally high time frame level to high time frame level. That's how we play pound yen normally. But this was like quite early. This was quite early. It's the time I'm not really looking at the charts. 10 o'clock. But new 4 hour candle opened and then just pushed up. Also with GJ, we know when the 4 hour candle respects previous highs or lows, that it's probably going to go in the other direction. But you know, I never trade the 10 o'clock 4 hour candle, not the opening anyway. But this would have been a nice little 100 pip move, maybe just under 100 pips if it does continue. This is the trade right here. And then up, yeah, there's nothing really further up. Okay, gold. So we're closing potentially below Asian lows. Gold does not want to push up right now. Gold does not want to push up right now. Alright, so I'm going to adjust this level a little bit. Alright, so we're creating a lower high on gold. And, well, starting on a 1 hour time frame. Did we break the previous high? Kind of, damn. Alright, new 30-minute candle. Did we close below Asian range? We still kind of closed on that level, and price is dropping. Ooh, okay. How far are we going? The same thing that happened with this candle here. The same thing. It opened and just fell. And GJ's pushing. That was a nice little drop, little 60 pip drop. Alright, how far is it going? Are we actually going to drive down this time? No, man. Right into this support that's been holding, but look, we're filling the 4 hour wick. Man, we can't have 3 candles with long bottom wicks, surely. Alright, are we waiting for the closure? Because we kind of got a closure with this candle here. This candle right here. We got the closure, and then what happened? The next candle came right back up. So I'm not going to lie, I have trust issues with gold at the moment because, what did I say? We've got these wicks below here, and gold could respect these wicks. So we don't have far to fill this previous wick. 50 pips. Whipped right back up. Insanity. Literally exactly the same thing that happened with this 1 o'clock candle. Straight down. Just straight down. Alright, So we broke the 30-minute low. Alright, yeah, I'm looking for a closure below. If we get a nice closure below, then I'm looking for some sells. Look at that wick back up. This is mad. This is mad price action. Such strong retracements on gold. Well, 38 pips. It isn't crazy, but right, yeah. I don't think any trade for me is coming for the next hour. Because I don't really want to take a trade before news, so I'd have to wait until after news now. But do you guys need me to do a recap of what I'm looking for? I feel like I've spoken about it quite a lot. Do you need me to do a little recap, post-session analysis? Rosie said, yeah, go on. All right, Rosie, I got you. Right, so pound yen. I don't think I said I was trading pound yen. Maybe a closure above this 4-hour resistance if pound yen can break it. So 194, most likely I'll be looking for an entry on pound yen. Yeah, 194, because if I just adjust this, obviously this isn't the 4-hour level, but if GJ does close above here, then I will be looking at buys, because we have clean candles to the left all the way up to at least 194.5. So buys on pound yen as long as the daily is bullish, 4-hour stays bullish. Yeah, it's looking good. I'm not looking for any sells for it to come back down. So yeah, if it's not buys, it's nothing on GJ today. Gold, I want a closure below 33.47. So I need it to clear all these wicks to the left, break the previous 4-hour low, and then close below this support. And then we have this clean range all the way down to 33.03. Do I think it's going to get to 33.03? No, I don't. But, you know, anything can happen. Fingernails emoji. But, yeah, 30-minute. I need a closure below 1 hour or 30-minute closure below 33.47 for sales down. Alternatively, if gold respects this support down here and we finally get a closure back in the Asian range, and if the 4-hour doesn't break, it closes bullish and it breaks the previous 4-hour high, then I'll be looking at buys back up to 33.82 on gold. And that's my analysis for the rest of the day. That's what I'll be looking for. That's what I'll be keeping an eye on. So there's a lot of variables there, but those are my requirements for a trade today. Those are my requirements. Yeah. But yeah, I don't think, I don't really want to take a trade right before the news, so I won't, and I'm not sure what would make me want to. No, yeah, I'm gonna wait it out. All right, guys, peace out. Back tomorrow for, what's tomorrow? ADP, which is meh. ADP is not anything really. I think that's it. Oh wait, is there services PMI tomorrow as well? Did I make that up? That might be Thursday. Oh, there is actually, but that's at 3 o'clock. All right, guys, yeah, tomorrow. Peace out. Look at gold pulling back up. Oof. Nasty business. Be careful out here.